What's going on, folks? It's your man's Harry B. You know the B means billion. So there's two people I want to address, two sets of people I want to address in this video. Before I do that, please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. All right, so let's go ahead and address those two people. Who are the first folks that I want to address? I want to address the folks that every time you post a clip about Shedeur Sanders, it's always stop patting the ball. Stop patting the ball. The DBs are fast. They are heavenly quick, and they will get at you. They're going to pick you off. Stop patting the ball. And I keep telling them, hey, man, this has already been addressed. Somebody came up with some kind of idea, a theory, saying, oh, my goodness, he's patting the ball. This is pre-draft stuff, and now it's stuck. It's stuck because every football enthusiast and every Shedeur doubter and butter and whoever else you want to add into that list. And for those of you who don't know what the butters are, it's like he's good, but, you know what I'm saying? There's always a but. I know he can play, but they can't just give him his credit all the way. It's like, but those are the butters, okay? Anyway, first of all, the OC got so many tricks up his sleeve that the DBs are going to have to be guessing every other play. They ain't got time to be trying to count how many times Shedeur's patting the ball. But just for the sake of it, let me show you that Shedeur's not the only one patting the ball. This here is your favorite, Joe Flacco. And I say your favorite because I know a lot of y'all are like, oh, Shedeur, he ain't going to start. Joe Flacco's going to start. Here is Joe Flacco. Let's watch him. Did you see that first one, or did it go over your head? First of all, he's mic'd, so you can hear the pat, okay? Clearly hear the pat. Let's go back over it, okay? Like, y'all gotta stop with this craziness, man. It's like you wanna find something, anything to say he ain't good enough, or whatever narrative you're spinning on that record that it's your man, Shedeur. He ain't no good. Anything you can use to say that he ain't no good, he's slow, he can't process, you're gonna find it. Bat, right there. Let's wait for the other one. Another pat. If you're keeping track, let me know where you at so far. Here comes another one. Ooh, that was a loud one. Ooh, man, I can hear that one all the way over here in New York City. Get a pat. So he's patting the ball, as you can see. You can hear it loudly, patting the ball, all right? I don't know if it's a comfort thing, timing thing for them to make sure they got a good grip. They pat the ball, but the pat is not like so egregious that your DB's gonna be reading that, and then by the third quarter, he's going to be picking you off. Like, nah, bruh. That's not how this works. A lot of quarterbacks pat the ball. Okay, you're good with that? Let's move on to Shedeur. Ain't going to make this team. He's on the practice squad. He ain't no good. He's just not good enough of an NFL quarterback, all right? We know he ain't getting first team reps, but he ain't even going to make this team. He's trash. Every time I post a video, he's trash. You get the trollers coming in. Now we are in actual camps. This is where it counts. This is where all of the guys that are trying to make this team, this is where they're all converging. The starters and the hopefuls. So let's just watch just a little bit of camp footage, and you will see that whenever he gets the opportunity, he makes the best of it. For those of you who just don't understand that this guy can play the game that we all know that he can play, I'm just trying to let you know that every time they give him an opportunity, he seizes on the opportunity. I've been telling you, all I said was just put the ball on the field. Listen, in my Liberian language, I even came up with a hashtag put the Peking on the feed. Say it with me, put the Peking on the feed. Hashtag put the Peking on the feed. All it means in your regular American series English is put the boy on the field. Just put him on the field. We ain't asking for much. The only thing we're asking for is to just do what you're supposed to do anyway. Put him on the field and let him play. So they put him on the field. Let's see how that turns out. Because when you put Shedeur on the field, stuff starts to happen. And it makes the argument very, very hard for those other guys. You know, those guys that say, he ain't no good, he's going to be on the practice squad, he's not even going to make the team. Those are the second folks I want to, answer in this here video. And then I'm out of your way, okay? So we're going to press play and see if you can determine whether this is a practice squad guy. And if you stay tuned, I might share some stats with you. And then you can further determine, are we talking about a practice squad guy? Or are we talking about a guy that maybe you need to develop just a little bit more because he's a starter, because we know he can play. He ain't no practice squad guy. He ain't no fifth rounder. He's actually good at this game. Let's go. All right. Shedeur is at QB for those of you who don't know. That will be a check down. He didn't see anything in the open field, and he said, you know what? I'm going to throw it low. Let me just go ahead and get a few yards and do it again. That's another check down. Yes, he's checking down because the receivers got to get open. Even though this is second and third team, he's checking down. And then here comes Shedeur again. He throws a bomb down the field. Somebody raises their hands and say, oh my goodness, that is a touchdown. Okay? That is another touchdown. Raise your hands. Touchdown. It's practice. I understand in this football practice. Allen Iverson played basketball, okay? You got to practice in football. Practice is something real in football. But here is Shedeur doing what Shedeur does. And then the writers will come up and say, hey, Shedeur is doing his thing. Shedeur looks good out there. Footwork looks good. Yes, he's still patting the ball, which most quarterbacks do, or a lot. Let me not say most. Let me say a lot of quarterbacks, they do pat the ball. Just like I showed you in the first half of this video, Joe Flacco patting the ball as well. But Shedeur is looking good out there. This is a rookie who, if he didn't know how to play, he would not be making these type of passes that you are looking at. A rookie, if you give him the opportunity, he will probably show you what he can do. And that's all we've been asking for. Just give him an opportunity, a fair shot to make the team. Maybe their hesitation is things that he's lacking in his game that they need to clean up, but that's fair to say for any rookie. That is fair to say for any rookie. If you are a fair-minded person who follows Shedeur, you understand that he's a rookie, he's coming from college. There are some bad habits that they had to, endure when they were in college. So now when you're in the NFL, the game is much faster, the game is stronger. So you now have to make sure that you get rid of those bad habits, or at least as much as you can, so that your game can be sharper for this level that you are on. But make no mistakes, even the veterans still make mistakes, okay? Because if every veteran was great, then we wouldn't have to get rookies every single year. You understand what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If the veterans were that good, then every quarterback year, all right, every single draft would not be a draft for a quarterback. But the veterans make mistakes, and especially the rookies are going to make a lot of mistakes because they have no experience. They're coming into new systems. They're coming into different types of system, different types of coaching system. Remember, Shedeur came from his dad, Coach Prime. Remember, Coach Prime was his coach, his head coach. Now he has a new coach in Kevin Stefanski. New system, new mindset. Everything is different. So, yes, there are things he has to clean up, including Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, including Dalen Gabriel. That's just how it works. But for some reason, your disdain for Shedeur just makes you feel some kind of way. You nitpick about every single thing he does, even though he's doing what they're asking him to do. You know what I'm saying? Even though he is doing exactly what they are asking him to do. And I will tell you, even though there's stuff that he got to work on, Shedeur is actually exceeding expectations. Shedeur is exceeding expectations. You must agree that Shedeur is exceeding expectations. Let me show you why I say that. Like I said, the boy is exceeding expectations. Shedeur is doing what they are asking of him. All right, so let's look at this training camp date, 7/26/25. That was Liberia's Independence Day, July 26, okay? Joe Flacco, completions 4 of 8. Touchdowns, 0. Interceptions, 0. Shedeur Sanders, completions, 8 out of 11. TDs, 3. Interceptions, 0. Kenny Pickett, we got 6 of 10 completions. TDs, 2. interceptions, 0. Dylan Gabriel, 8 of 15 completions, TDs, 1, interceptions, 0. I ain't telling you these numbers to say he's the starter. Oh man, he's the starter right now. Start him right now, because there are nuances to this. This is practice numbers. But even though these are practice numbers, this is what everybody's doing. You cannot take all of the numbers and say, well, that ain't nothing. It's just practice. They're in shorts and helmets and da-da-da-da-da-da. If it was flipped the other way, then you would say Shedeur's not going to make this team. This is the only thing you have to evaluate. You don't have nothing else to evaluate. If you had anything else to evaluate, then I would understand. I would totally understand that you got something else to evaluate, but there's nothing else to evaluate. The other guys are not playing NFL games and he's playing a high school game. He's not doing that. This is the only thing we can evaluate. But if he was not putting up the numbers that are required to say, oh, he's doing pretty well, then we can have that conversation. But for you to constantly berate this young man, for you to constantly say he sucks, for you to constantly keep saying he ain't gonna make the team and he's not good enough, he can't practice, he doesn't know how to process, he's too slow, his footwork is bad. Come on, like what else are you using for the other guys when they have their numbers? What other numbers are you using for them? On what other criteria are you judging them by that is different from Shedeur? I believe that this team is Shedeur's team. I can't tell you any other reason. I feel like this is Shedeur's team, and they need to just invest in him. Start investing in his quicker release. Start investing in those little things that he needs to start doing now to become a better quarterback. Shedeur's a rookie, just like Dylan Gabriel. But for some odd reason, you already crowning Dylan Gabriel as a veteran, because the way that you are actually evaluating Dylan Gabriel, it's like he's already made and Shedeur ain't nothing. So think about it. If you are a football person, if you understand how football works, evaluate them without any kind of bias. Evaluate them without thinking about his dad. Evaluate them on the football acumen. Evaluate them on football stuff. And get rid of that nonsense where you just don't like him, so everything that you got to say is negative. I'm going to leave it right there, man, and I'm going to let you stay in your own thoughts. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.